I had never applied to travel to the UK, which is the odd part. Where did Jackie Smith get my name from is the issue. But a terrible injustice has been done. She said behaviors. I'm a talk show host. There's nothing about my behavior. I've been on the air for 15 years, 3 hours a day. If those allegations that she made about me were true, I wouldn't be on the air in America. Moreover, she put me on a list with a Hamas murderer who bashed in the head of a 4-year-old child in Israel. How in the world can she equate speaking with killing?
It's all to do with unacceptable behaviour. Do you acknowledge that some of your comments on your show, on your website, stir up tensions?
Behavior is different than speaking, is it not? You're the land of the Magna Carta, where there is freedom of speech. How do you equate murder with speaking?
Well, when you say you believe that your comments were taken out of context, I mean, the quote that's been used is that you advocated killing Muslims, and various quotes that I've pulled up, Muslims need deporting.
Totally ridiculous. Nobody would say that. It was in the context of the Mumbai bombing where I suggested what happens if a radical Muslim faction gets a nuclear weapon and we're faced with the Hobson's choice. Would you rather that they die or the Western nation die? That's quite different than the allegation that Jackie Smith made.
You have to acknowledge, though, that some of the things you said, not just perhaps about Muslims, but about homosexuals, about people with autism, have caused disruption, have caused demonstrations.
My friend, the mark of a healthy society is tension between communities. You have it in your own country. You had labor being thrown out because they created inter-community tension with the other side. There are many conservatives in Britain who didn't like the Socialist Labour Party. That's inter-community tension. Moreover, to take sound bites out of context and to keep blaring them as though that's the entire body of my work, that's what's creating inter-community tension. It was Jackie Smith doing exactly what she said I was doing.
Why then, Michael, do you think, what's your reason why Jackie Smith has got you on this list? Do you think that there is a reason behind it?
I do think there's a reason behind it, but please understand, I never applied to come to your wonderful country. I haven't been there in over 20 years. My plant collections, I have a doctorate in art science, and my plant collections are in the Kew Gardens. I'm a scientist by training. I would love to go to Kew Gardens and visit my plant collections before I die. But I didn't apply for that. How did she get my sound bites? My show is not broadcast in England. I believe that some party in the U.S. took these sound bites out of context, sent them to Jackie Smith. She took them whole, broadcast them, and put me in a league with murderers. That's the error here. I don't know Jackie Smith. She made a big error. I want my name off the list. I'm appealing to Gordon Brown. I think Gordon Brown is a bigger man than Jackie Smith, and I suspect that he may understand that a terrible error has been made here.
Okay, there's been a big reaction in the UK, as you would expect, to this sort of story. What's the reaction been in the US to it?
Even my political opponents in the ACLU, as far left as you can get, people in the Arab world, as far opposite me as you can get, have said that this is absurd. There's no reason to have put me on a ban list. I'm a talk show host. How do you put me in league with murderers? How do you put me in league with terrorists? It makes no sense to anyone.
Finally then, Mr. Savage, you made this plea to the Prime Minister, a lengthy, impassioned letter. Legal action, is that still ongoing? What's the process?
My goal is to get my name off the list. I don't know Jackie Smith. She made a mistake. Gordon Brown has the option now of taking my name off the list, saying a mistake has been made, you're welcome to come to our country, and paying my legal fees, and this is in the past. So there's no vendetta here. I have been an Anglophile all of my life since I bought my first broken XK150 Jaguar 30 years ago. I love the English people. But this Lilliputian is not the English people. She's distorted the whole meaning of freedom of speech. If I were this violent monster that she's created, I wouldn't have survived for 15 years on a daily show in the United States of America, heard on almost 400 stations. I have to reiterate that. If I had done the things she claims I have done, which is provoke violence, I would have been thrown off the radio here a long time ago.
Michael Savage, we very much appreciate you talking to us this evening live there from San Francisco. Thank you.
God bless the Queen.